Hey y'all, here I am again. I am traveling to Houston. I got a bunch of stuff I gotta go pick up. Shipping has gotten so ridiculous for anything over 8 foot. It would cost me, oh my God, did they have a wreck? It would cost me 3 times what the item costs for them to ship that rod to me because it's 97 inches long. No thank you. I'll come pick it up. And foam for cushions. Doesn't weigh anything. But oh my God. It's bulky, so it costs a fortune to ship it. Hey, when did they do all this? Has it been this long since I come out here by Walden Road? Wow. Alrighty then. Anywho, I thought I would share some things about Mom. That little ornament has me sentimental today. When Mom graduated high school, she went to California and spent a year almost. I didn't know that. She met a feller out there, but then come back and married my dad. For those of you that don't know the whole history of Mom, I intend on staying on the positive side of it. Mom never told anybody no. She didn't. She was, if she could at all possibly do anything someone asked, she would. At the risk of not doing something herself, she would do for you if you were in need. Long about late 80s, my mom and my dad decided to leave. And when I tell you Mom sat in the rocking chair and cried and read her Bible and questioned everything she had ever been told, whew, it was a frustrating time for Wanda Joyce. But Mom come up out of that rocking chair and went to California again. We almost lost her to California. She almost moved to California. But she came home and she bounced around, did little odd jobs before she decided to start making draperies again. And then I got a job at a design firm in Denver. And Mom, wasn't long. I mean, it wasn't, I don't think it was 8 months that Mom moved up there with me. And Mom lived up there with me for over a year. During that time, Mom went to work at a fabric company, a wholesale drapery fabric company. She learned a little about computers. But one day in passing, she said on her bucket list was to fly an airplane. And the owner of the company heard her. He said, "Wanda, you want to fly an airplane?" She says, "I think I would like to." He said, "Well, I tell you what, you meet me at this airstrip and I'll take you up this weekend." And she said, "All righty. Would you like me to take my limo there?" He said, "No, Wanda, I'm serious." He said, "I own a little Cessna and I'll take you up." And she come home that night walking on cloud 9. She was going to fly an airplane. And so Saturday came. She met him out there at the airfield. And him and his wife took her up. She was in the co-pilot seat. And he said, "I tell you what, I'll take it up. Get us up. And then I'm going to turn the controls to you." He says, "But between then, I'm going to show you a little bit." So he showed her what both feet does and how to pull it up and push it down and control it. And after a little bit, he says, "All right, Wanda, it's yours." And she says, "Well, are you?" He said, "Oh, I'm in control too. You won't crash us. I got you." So Mom took that airplane and flew over Denver for about an hour. She flew over Coors Field at that time. She flew over the Broncos Stadium. And he told her to take it over toward the mountains. And she said when she got closer, she could feel it in her steer thing. And he said, that's winds. He says, now that's as far as you want to get to them without knowing what you're doing. Well, she come home that night absolutely walking on cloud 9. She says, I understand now why people fly. And she said, I'm not talking about them big jet airplanes. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about having one of the little planes like he has. She says, if I had a lot of money and had a plane, I would learn how to fly it. She says, when you're up in that plane, it's peaceful, it's quiet. She said it is the most peaceful thing flying around in that plane. And so she did that. Well, she was sitting there later that night and I said, well, what else is on your bucket list over there that I didn't know about? And, well, it wasn't called a bucket list then. Bucket list came out after the movie. She said that there was a few things she wanted to do. And I said, well, what else on it? She says, I'm going on a cruise. I said, you want to go on a cruise? Yep. All right. Well, Roy and I got married in October of that same year. And my boss sent us on a cruise. And I asked him at that time, how much would it cost to add my mother to it? And he said, oh, probably not much at all. He said, you really want to take your mother on your honeymoon? I said, we live together. It's not like it's a honeymoon. So, whew, glad I was doing the speed limit. Dirty dog over there. Whew. Thank God for cruise control. Because when I get to talking, I go faster. So, cruise control has saved me from many a ticket. But what I was telling about Mom, so I come home that evening, and he had added Mom to our thing. And I said, well, you want to go on a cruise with us? And my sister Rita was living with us at that time. And it was a quick 4-day, 3-night cruise. I don't even think it was 4 days. I think it was 3 days, because we flew to Cape Canaveral Thursday evening. We got on the boat Friday morning, and we flew back Sunday evening. So it wasn't even a full, But we went on, I can't remember the name of the boat, but it was its maiden voyage. It's still floating out there now. Well, not with COVID. But we lost Mom on that cruise. Went to find her. Where's Mom? So we went looking for her, and on cruise ship, there's a lot of places to hide. Well, we found her. She's sitting up on the deck under one of the cabanas by the pool. And I said, Ma, what you doing? She says, sitting there with her glass of iced tea. She says, I'm butt watching. I said, you're doing what? I'm butt watching. These people don't know what they look like, or they wouldn't come out of their room. That was funny, but and then we missed her again. Finally, we found her. I said, where have you been? Couldn't find you. Oh, it's a boat, Debbie. I can't get lost. Well, all right. She said, I took that galley cruise tour. I said, I didn't even know they did that. She said, well, I was up there by the pool, and the guy says, everybody that's going to take the galley cruise, come on. Well, I went on. And she had a blast. She is a trip to travel with. She never meets a stranger. We were going somewhere. I don't even remember where we were traveling. Madison was about 10 years old, and we were all in one vehicle. We were in the minivan. Roy was driving. Was it Roy? No, it was Mark. Mark was, see, that's what happens when you collect husbands. But Mark was driving. Christy Lynn was with us too. I don't even know where we went. Anyway, we stopped at this little truck stop to eat. And there was 6, 7 of us. Well, there was only room at the table for 6 of us. Well, there's this truck driver sitting at the table next to us, mortified. Christy and Madison. Mama says, all right, y'all have a seat. I'm going to sit over here and talk to this gentleman. And he went, well, yes, ma'am, have a seat. I mean, completely mortified Christy Lynn. Or was it Christy was young? Oh, I don't remember. That's totally beside the point. But, Mom never met a stranger. Never, ever met a stranger. People she didn't know was merely friends she hadn't met yet. She never met a stranger. Loved to talk, and she would talk about anything. And she was one of those people, well, if that's what you think, all right. Except for flat earthers. Those people tend to walk up the wrong side of her for some reason, and she would argue with them to no end. If y'all weren't friends with Mom on Facebook during the flat earth period, you missed a lot of fun. I gotta get on her Facebook and find those posts. Oh, she was hilarious. And the thing is, Mom could not believe that anybody could be so wrong. But those things just flew around in my head a minute ago when I got in the car to go somewhere, and I thought I would share with y'all.